Italy has erupted in violent and peaceful protests since the weekend despite the new coronavirus measures being far less stringent than those seen in the spring. What is causing this mounting social unrest and who is behind the clashes with police? Initially, protests were centered in Naples in the Campania region after a local curfew at 11 p.m. was imposed and regional governor Vincenzo de Luca warned a lockdown for around 30 to 40 days would be necessary to curb the spread of the virus. Although it was not hit badly during the first wave of the coronavirus emergency in Italy, the Campania region in the south of Italy has been seeing a surge in cases. On Thursday, owners of bars, restaurants and other businesses protested peacefully. However, on the first night of curfew on Friday, rioting began which saw bins set on fire and fireworks and bottles hurled at police. The biggest trigger came over the weekend when a record number of new infections pushed Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte to sign a new decree on Sunday bringing in nationwide measures akin to a semi-lockdown. Bars, restaurants and other eateries must now close at 6 p.m. and activities such as gyms, swimming pools, theaters and cinemas have been shut for at least a month. As a result, business owners affected by the new regulations have been staging peaceful demonstrations in various cities in Italy from Trieste in the north to Palermo in Sicily. However, since the weekend there have also been violent protests and clashes with police. In Turin, shop windows were smashed and luxury shops ransacked. Crowds of young people let off smoke bombs and colored flares. In Milan, protesters threw petrol bombs at police and in Rome, they flung firecrackers in bottles. In many cases, police responded by firing tear gas or water cannons into the crowds. Italy is experiencing a cumulative effect of social discontent that has been bubbling under the surface since the first lockdown. Despite the regulations still being far less strict than those we saw in the spring, the situation for business owners and commercial activities is very different going into this second soft lockdown than it was the first time round, with the economy predicted to shrink by 10% this year. Many businesses suffered badly after the first lockdown and are even still waiting for furlough scheme payments and unemployment benefits. While during the first period of closure, businesses had savings to rely on and tide them over, this time around they don't. Some feel the latest regulations penalize certain sectors such as hospitality, and some bars and restaurants fear they won't survive another period of closure. Many of them have spent large sums of money to comply with previous coronavirus measures such as extra cleaning and buying extra seating. The enforced closure at 6 p.m. has now essentially decimated their already severely reduced income.